Are you looking to delve into Australia's natural bushland and even have the chance to see some traditional sites of the Aboriginal people? Then look no further than this video, where we will delve into two of the amazing tracks found in Dharawal National Park, just southwest of Sydney. There are amazing watering holes and waterfalls to see, as well as some plant and animals as well. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. We're here and I already have some water brush right outside my door. Yeah, we're gonna take ourselves on an adventure today. We're gonna start with a little bit of acknowledgement of the people of the land here, who are the Dharawal people. The Dharawal people have lived in this area for 15,000 years, and the national park here is a protected and dedicated place for the history of their people. Another interesting bit of information about the Dharawal people are their cultural sites that can be found in the area here. There are up to 15,000 archaeological sites left by the Dharawal people over the many years. The rock art at these sites consists of drawings and paintings and stencils created with black charcoal, white clay, or red, yellow, or orange ochre. And apparently within the national park here, there are approximately 240 sites. Although the chance of us seeing one of these is extremely low, we will get the chance to visit some of the other sacred sites. So we've got O'Hara's Creek, Jinga Track. Madden Falls, I believe, is very far away from here. I don't think that one's actually correct. I'm pretty sure it said a 5-hour walk to get to Madden's Falls. So another important part of the area here is the waterways and how they interact with the waterways we know of previously. So for example, we have Dharawal National Park just down here, and you can see the direction of the water catchment over here, which is Cataract Dam area, goes across here, joins with the Georges River here. You have Warranora Dam in the middle, and the Georges River follows all the way out to Botany Bay. Just behind the screen there are heaps of huntsman spiders here. Got one just up there, alive. We've got the husks of others down here that she's probably murdered. Normally the bigger ones are female because they eat the males apparently. Scary as all hell. But technically they are harmless. We're going to follow the trail here today down to 3 separate areas, assuming they are all able to be reached quite easily. The other point is that because we're in Dharawal National Park now and there are hundreds of traditional Aboriginal sites, I'll be careful about how I record things, and whether or not I record certain sites will depend on any signage I find. Looking online, I found nothing telling me that I am not allowed to record, so I do believe it is okay to do so. Now there are 2 main creeks or rivers that run through the area here. We have the O'Hara's Creek and the Stokes Creek as well. We've got a little map here as well with information on the tracks themselves. All of them are 2.4 kilometers return, so we may have to skip some of those. And then we've got the map here with where we are and how we get to the different locations. Now we are intending to go down to Minerva Pool. However, it is a place for only women and children to enter the waters. We have information on that right here. I have no intention of going into the water, but I would like to see the place, so I'm going to do just that. Let's get down there and have a look. I forgot to mention as well, with the 2 creeks that run through here, they both join up to the Georges River on the Warranora Plateau. And obviously that's a prominent river that I've featured many times on the channel here. In places such as Liverpool Weir, and then even all the way down to the Georges River National Park. The closest point that I've been to this location would probably be Simo's Beach, where we did a walk around of the area there, as well as a kayaking video. Check those out after watching this video. Alrighty, we've got a T intersection here. That's where we've come from. That goes down to the pool and the weir. So we're going to go towards the pool first. Alright, looks like we have the turn off to Minerva Pool. Now, as you can imagine, this area here is literally a trail through the bush, completely untouched, which is quite nice to see. It's getting very damp here though. Nice. Sounds like we have a lot of running water down here. Mustn't be getting too far away from it now. Oh, there's a lookout and a pool. The pool continues up, the lookout's down. We'll go down it, but I will be very careful because I don't want to get my feet wet so early on my trek. Oh wow. I'm checking if there's anyone here first. I think we're good. So we've got a little bit of a waterfall over there. There's a rock in the middle as well. There's also a little table over here where you'd be able to sit down and have a picnic if you brought one with you. Pretty cool. Alright, we're getting closer to the pool now. I think now we're going to have to go down the stairs. Nice and careful, Danny. Well, we're almost there. However, these are your stairs, so they're literally just stacked rocks. Oh. And here we are, at the top of Minerva Pool. Lovely. That is lovely. What a lovely place to see. Albeit it's a little tricky to get down to. Well, that was Minerva Pool. Lovely place to see, and another reminder that this is a culturally significant area for the traditional people of the land. So Minerva Pool here is only for women and children to enter the waters, although I believe it's fine if you go down to have a look at it. Whew. Had to take myself 5 minutes here. I got quite puffed. I think we're ready to continue now. Alright, we made it back to the fire trail and we're going to the Weir. Now we do know a little bit about weirs now from my video at Liverpool Weir. We know that it's a place to prevent water from running in two directions and often is used to segregate salt water and fresh water, even though that is not the case here. Looks like we're going to be going down quite a hill to get there, and like we know, going down's not really a problem. It's getting back up, that's the issue. Let's see how we go. Oh my lordy, we've got some hills behind us. This is going to be quite the hill to get back up. It is definitely going to be hard. It also appears up ahead that it is locked. Very good. Yeah, there's no entrance here. You could have said that up the top, man. You could have said that up the top. Well, got a little bit of a view of it there. There's your Weir. It looks like we might be able to sneak down this little path to at least get a view of it, since we can't go down to it anyways. That is bloody annoying. Here is the Weir, and it's literally called the Weir. It doesn't seem to have an actual name. Just out there. You can see there's a break in the middle of the Weir there to let water through. It's just to prevent it from rushing through, I suppose. It follows it down the river in that direction. Well, that was kind of cool, but I really don't think it's going to be worth the walk back up this hill. Oh, it's so slippery too. Yeah, well, from here we're going to shimmy back up this nearly kilometre set of hills back to the main road again. This is just the first of about, I think there's about 6 of these sections like this. Wish me luck. Wowza. Only about halfway up, maybe less, and oof, I am cooking. Fortunately, it's not very hot today. Only 19 degrees, otherwise I'd be lying on the floor. But you can see ahead of us here, I've still got heaps to go. I've got one brow of the hill there, and 2 more just in view. I don't think that takes me to the very top either. I think there was more as well. So, whew, I'll take another few minutes here and continue. Just on another break here, I'm sitting on a rock and I saw this. A cicada shell. Alrighty. Time to continue again. Oh, we finally made it to Minerva Pools trailhead. I was just walking along and I've seen something else pretty cool. I've got what looks like honeycomb here. Interesting. Maybe there's some native bees around. So we are back on the main file trail here. We've still got to take it back to another file trail that crosses over this to continue our walks. But I will tell you, it's already been about an hour and a half that I've been walking. It's quite far down these trails. I will have to admit, going down to the Weir was a pretty disappointing side trail. Honestly, I wouldn't recommend bothering to go down there at all. Alrighty, we finally made it back. And crikey, that is a fair walk. Now there are some non-flushable dunnies over here. I'm gonna risk it and try it out, because I kind of need to, and then I'll continue. Well, the dunnies about what you'd expect. I did also see there's some tables and chairs here. Technically 2 sets. They've pretty much situated them at the first trail, so it's just opposite Minerva Trail, which is right in front of me. And to continue to our next locations, we'll be following the, I think it's Victoria Road Fire Trail. And that goes this way. Now, just on the side of the road here as well, you can see we have a flowering wattle. And we know from our trip to Annan Botanical Gardens that they do normally flower in the August-September time of year. And we also know that the Aboriginal people used the wattle for many, many different things. They use it for food, soap, for the wood itself, for making weaponry, or tools. Just stopped at the very start of the Jinga track. Jinga meaning nice and sweet in reference to the water. It is a shorter trail, but it is graded as hard. I just checked the time and we're nearing 2 o'clock already. I don't think I'll have time to go down there and get back up and do this other trail as well. So I'm going to the easy trail instead, and I'll come back and do the Jenga trail another day if any of you guys think it's worth it. Have any of you been down to the Jinga pools and seen them for yourselves? Are they worth going to? leave it in the comments below if you would. So the O'Hare's Lookout goes along a much more easy trail. You can see behind me that the road is completely, it's all asphalt and much more family friendly. It even says that it is wheelchair accessible, though it is still 2 kilometers worth, so keep that in mind. We're gonna go down there and see what we can see from this lookout. Just came across 2 gents over here sitting on a park bench with cameras taking photos of the bird life, and these guys had lenses legitimately as long as my arm. I've never seen a lens that long in my life. Crazy. So clearly there's a lot of lovely bird life out here. Just behind us here we have a seat. We also have the official entrance to the O'Hare's Creek Lookout. And apologies if I'm mispronouncing this word. So let's head to the lookout. As you can see down this path as well, it is also asphalt the whole way, which really does make it very accessible to just about anybody. Hopefully the lookout has some good views. We've already got the railing. The lookout is just ahead. We are here at O'Hare's Lookout, and we can see down into the gorge of the Dharawal National Park. We are very high up here, but we do have this awesome view. Down there we can see the O'Hare's Creek running through. Lovely. Well, that is crazy. It is so far down into that gorge. Could be a few hundred meters, I think. We've got some Banksies behind us there. Bottle brush there. Now that lookout would be a lovely place for a picnic. You can sit there and look out over the gorge and see some truly natural bushland. The only thing is there wasn't any tables or chairs there, so you'd have to bring yourself a little picnic blanket or the like. I just heard a bird. A familiar bird. Let's wait a second, see if he calls again. Yep, it's the old faithful eastern whiplash bird. Again, we have the entrance to Jinga Trail here. Not today, Sunny Jims, not today. Already sitting over 10,000 steps doing the other 2 trails and a little detour to the Weir. Now for your reference, if you're coming out here yourselves, the O'Hare's Lookout Trail, extremely flat, extremely easy. Takes, yeah, probably about an hour there and back, I'd say. The trail down to Liverpool, however, would take a little bit longer just because of the difficulty and the climb up and down, and you'd be looking at a little bit more, 1.5 to 2 hours for your very average hiker. Look at the area here though, it looks so lovely. And with that, we've made it back to right near the car park where they have the seating tables and the dunny. And here we have a seat, and I'm going to sit on it. Oh. And let me give you my review of Dharawal National Park. Well, we are done with Dharawal National Park today. We went on 2 of their walks and a detour to the Weir. We visited Liverpool and O'Hare's Lookout, both of which were really nice walks. Very, very different in difficulty though. O'Hare's Lookout walk, very, very easy. The Liverpool walk, quite difficult for me. It does say it's medium in difficulty, but because of the slipperiness, it was quite difficult. Unfortunately, we didn't go down Jinga Trail today. I think it would have been too difficult with the wet As for Dharawal National Park here, it's really nice that they've opened this area to public viewing, and we are allowed to come in here, walk the trails, visit some sacred sites of the Aboriginal people. I really appreciate that, the chance to see some places that were important to the traditional people of Australia. In terms of facilities, as you might imagine, it is more natural. There is 3 sets of tables, and the dunny, the only thing they have done is the management trail through here, which is asphalt. But it was really nice to see the pools and the big lookout overlooking Dharawal National Park and the gorge that runs through the area here. It was cool to learn a little bit about the history of the Dharawal people, how that they've been here for so many years, and that they have so many sacred sites in this area. Anyway guys, thanks so much for joining me on this adventure today. Please subscribe to Dan Ventures Out to support the channel, and so you get notified when I drop new videos. And I will catch you the next time we venture out.